Let's see. Okay, hey there. So if you've sanded your sticks and they're all nice and smooth, you're going to make sure that the holes are at the top, and you're going to lay them right on your template in the spaces that they go. Alrighty, get them all lined up. Mine have already been painted here, most of them. But you get them all lined up, and then once you do, then you are going to take your chalk like this, and you're gonna, where the dark part of the template is, let me show you a template. Let's see. Well, on the template, the bottom part of the heart is darker. You're gonna draw a line right where that dark part is on the thing. You're gonna draw a line right across the sticks. So just a little mark, and that's gonna tell you that you're gonna paint below that mark. So from that mark down is where you're gonna paint. And then once you get that all marked, you're going to take out some blue paint and some white paint. I already have these mixed here, but you're just going to mix, you're going to make a nice light color for the top. So you're going to mix some white and some light blue, and you can water it down a little bit so it's not too thick. I don't like it to go on too heavy, but you can. There's not really any rules. So once you do that, then you're just going to paint the bottom part of your sticks, that lighter color. So here's where I marked mine. So I'm going to just go like this, and I'm going to paint the whole bottom part. So paint that whole thing so it ends up like this. So that is how you're going to paint those to start the ombre. And once you get those painted, I'll show you. Let me just paint this little guy here so that he's done. And then when you get them all painted, you're going to take your darker color blue, which is your full blue, and I like to just use a little cup, so I always have some white and some blue that are 100% and not watered down or mixed together, just in case. And so you get that stick painted there. There we go. Okay, so once it's painted, and you also can use your sponge brush if that's easier for you. So then what I do is I mix the darker blue, like I said, with the white, or actually you're going to use just the darker blue on the bottom. I have a little bit different blue. So here you go. So you're just going to take and you're going to do the bottoms, and you're just going to kind of bring that up. Just so you don't want a really wet brush. You kind of want a dry brush. A lot of times I'll just wipe my brush off on a paper towel or on this table, and I'm going to bring that blue up and kind of fade it in a little bit like that. And then I'm gonna just kind of, with a wet brush, I'm just sort of pulling that down from the light to the dark, and don't feel bad, I use my fingers a lot to blend. They work really well. And get that wet on the top, and I'm just going to go like that. And that is how I'm going to blend it. If you rather do 3 different shades, you can do it that way, whichever's easiest for you. I've done it every way there is, trying to figure out an easier way or a better way, and there doesn't seem to be any. Other than the template, which has really helped make great art. The rest of it, I haven't figured out an easier way to do it. But so that is how we're going to do those bottoms. So again, we're just going to start at the bottom, and I like to keep wetting my brush a little bit so it's not too dark and thick. And then I'm going to keep my brush pretty dry, especially while I get up near the top of that, to fade it in so that I don't get a distinct line. Some people might like a distinct line. Then I'm going to use my finger, dip in a little water, and I'm going to blend those two together with my finger. And as you can see, they blend pretty well like that. And you can always go back in and fix anything you don't love, paint over it. That's how I like to do this ombre look. Like I said, it's up to you how you want to do it. Just fade it in. There you go. And so you're going to do that to all your sticks until they're done. And make sure you're lining them up with your form so that you end up painting in the right spot. Of course, you can sand off anything you don't like. So there you go. Lots of work to do today.